Hey there, fourth graders. Today is either Wednesday, October 28th or Thursday, October 29th, depending on if you are an A or B day. My brain is a little mushy today. It's a Friday when I'm filming this for you, and I think it shut off already. So, I'm sorry if I make some mistakes. I'm going to do my best. You know that. But we are going to read our story, Making Room for Bikes. I know it's backwards. It has the one with the bike on it. It also has the date, either 10/28 or 10/29 on the top. This is written in the style of like a letter. So that's going to be kind of our hint on how we need to process and understand this story, because that affects, I believe, some of the questions. And just kind of like what the message. So this is a letter. It is a boy, most likely this boy right there. His name is Josh Parker, and it says sincerely Josh Parker. That's why I know that's our person writing the story's name. So this boy, Josh Parker, is writing the story to the mayor, and I know he's sending it to the mayor because at the top right here, it says, "Dear Mayor." And usually on a letter, when it's formatted like this, the top says "Dear whoever." So if you're writing a letter to me, you'd go, "Dear Miss Preister." And then you would tell me all the things you want to say. And then at the bottom, you go, "Sincerely," and then put your name. Also, typically across. So here's where it says "Dear Mayor." Across from it is the date he's writing it. So if I was writing this to Mrs. Sibbald, I would go, "Dear Mrs. Sibbald," and I put today's date, which today that I'm filming this is 10/23/2020, and that is what I would put at the top. For this kid, it was written January 20th, 2012. That is 8 years ago, almost 9 years ago. Crazy. So we're going to find out why Josh Parker. Did I say Josh Anderson? Josh Parker. I don't know. I don't know. Josh Parker is writing to the mayor. So let's find out. I am writing to you about a serious problem in our town. Ooh, right away, it's kind of drawing our attention in. It's got this topic sentence that it sparks a little imagination in your brain going, "What's your problem?" And it makes you want to read more. Or at least it makes me want to read more. I think it is important to have clearly marked bike lanes on our busiest streets. Something happened yesterday that made me write this letter. I was riding my bike home from school. I was with my mom and my sister. We were going north on Lakeview Drive. The three of us were on the right side of the road. We were following all the rules of the road. We were all wearing helmets. We were using clear hand signals. All of a sudden, a large car turned right into our path. Luckily, I was able to stop right away. My mother and sister were behind me. They could stop too. It was a close call. The driver almost hit me and my bike. Do you think that's a serious problem if this kid was riding his bike and he almost got hit? Yeah. And now we're one paragraph in. Let's look back at that title of the story, Making Room for Bikes. Thinking, does it now make sense, the title and kind of what you think this child, Josh, is going to be asking for? Ignore my face sometimes. I was in the right place on the road, yet this driver did not see me. I think that if I had been riding inside a very clearly marked bike lane, then I would have been more visible. There are many of us in our community who ride bikes. Our safety on the roads is important. So making room for bikes is by adding a bike lane to the road. Our school has been talking a lot about healthy choices. We have discussed good nutrition. We have talked about how important it is to move our bodies each day. We have even started to make changes at our own school. Our cafeteria serves a lot of yummy fruits and vegetables. If health is so important, riding a bike is a great idea. It is an easy and fun form of exercise. I think we want to encourage people to do this. If people are worried about being hurt on the road, they will be less likely to get on their bikes. True. I would agree with that. So if people are less, because I wouldn't ride a bike if I was worried about getting hit or being in the way. So it makes sense that if someone is worried, they would then not want to ride their bikes. But if there was, say, a designated bike lane that was safer for you to ride bikes, then I would feel more comfortable riding it or having people I know ride theirs. So like if I had a kid, I'd feel more comfortable if there's a bike lane. Please consider making this change around town. Make it easier for bicyclists to travel safely. Encourage people to get out of their cars and be healthy. Thank you. Sincerely, Josh Parker. Now that we read our story, and you can listen to it as many times as you want to help you answer these questions, we are going to answer the questions on the next page. So please turn your page. And please use a pencil. Even though you're not in my classroom, you know I prefer pencils. Number 1, which summary of the letter is the most accurate? So what is this letter about, basically, is this question asking? A, this is about how bikes can be taken on city buses. Is that what this is about? B, this is about keeping bikes safe. About keeping bikes safe, like from being stolen? C, this is about having a safe place to ride bikes. Is this about having a safe place for them to ride bikes? D, this is about people making time for exercise. This is talking about like getting out and exercising. Yes, you're making healthy decisions, but is that what this story was about? Number 2, what is the author's purpose? So why did the author write this? Why was this written? A, to make biking around town safer. Is that why this person wrote this letter? B, to get rid of bike lanes. They want them gone. Is that what this was about? C, to get donations to improve cafeteria food. It mentioned food, but is that what this whole story was about? D, to find his stolen bike. Is he in search of his stolen bike, and is that what he's looking for? I don't think so. Number 3, how does this letter show a personal connection to the topic of bike safety? So how could this letter connect to another person connect to bike safety? Whoa, that was a mouthful. A, the author has been in cars that have had problems with bicycles. Does that fit? So did the author have a problem, been in a car that had a problem with bicycles? So they were the one in the car. B, the author shares his own experience with bike safety. So did the author have some sort of issue that then led him to thinking there needs to be more safety? C, the author has interviewed a lot of bike riders. So did Josh interview a lot of people? I don't think so. And then D, the author is an expert cyclist. Expert means he's like the best of the best. Is he the best of the best at biking? Number 4, which statement is true about the author? A, he thinks bikers are dangerous to cars. So he thinks the bikers, the people riding the bikes, are dangerous. Does that fit? B, he is upset because too many people drive cars. Does that fit? C, he is happy to see bikers and cars traveling safely together. Well, he was like kind of upset at the beginning, right? So is he happy? And D, he is upset because he and his family were almost hit by a car. Is that kind of what started the reasoning why he wrote this letter? 5, what message does this letter share about bike safety? So which one of these is it sharing? A, all bicyclists need flags on their bikes. Did it talk about flags? B, cars won't see bike riders unless they wear helmets. Was that the message they're trying to share? C, cars are more important than bicyclists. And D, bicyclists deserve to be safe on the roads. Does that kind of fit with the message of this story? Number 6, our last question for this page. 6, which title indicates a similar type of story? So which one of these would be kind of like a similar message or topic than to this one? A, Space Invaders, so that would be like aliens. D, A Day at the Beach. C, Staying Safe. D, Getting Along with Siblings, like your brothers and sisters. Which one of those would kind of maybe be similar to this one? You better get that one right. We are going on to our last page, and yes, I'm making you do the writing. I know I'm all your favorite teacher. Think about an issue in your city or town. What would you write about to the mayor? So think about something maybe you want fixed in Isanti, or if you live in a different town, like even though I work in Isanti, I live in a different town. I know I have some other students that live in other areas around here, like Princeton, Cambridge, so on. What is one issue that maybe you want fixed? Maybe you agree with the bicycle lanes. Maybe there's something at the skate park in town that needs to be fixed. Maybe you really wish this town had something. Like maybe you really wish Isanti had a movie theater. Using an example. What would you write to them about and why do we need it? So I need you to put 2 sentences. I only made 5th grade for their story do 2 sentences, so I'm being nice to you. 2 sentences today. First sentence, what is the issue that you want fixed, or what is something that you think your town needs, and why? 1 sentence, what it is. Next one, why. So 2 of our WH words. What and why. Once you have that done, you are done with today's assignment. And that is it. If you need me or you need any help, you can email me. I've had students do that. If you can call me, I've also had students do that. Or we can set up like a video chat time to work together. Keep up the great work. I miss you all. And have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye.